All right, mamas, listen, society, whew, they love to paint motherhood as this picture perfect, self sacrificing journey. Oh, it's magical, they say. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. There's nothing better than motherhood. And while that is true, the flip side of that is that it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Some days are really, really, really hard. And gosh darn it, I think so many women are walking around so tired. And honestly, this is a burnout, mama. And I see so many, right? We need to be strong, happy, and present to truly connect with our kiddos. So I want to rewrite this whole script on motherhood and really talk about something that is really happening, which is burnout. So, do you ever feel, ladies, mamas out there, like you're on this hamster wheel, this ongoing to do list? And this emotional exhaustion? I want today to sort of dish that guilt and maybe set some healthy boundaries to prioritize your well being. Because a happy mama is a whole mama, and a whole mama is just so much better for the kids. Hi, y'all. I'm Mick. I'm challenging women every day to shift your mindset, to own your fulfillment, and to BADE, BADE, be anything and do everything you desire, for you to be in a constant state of joy. That's what I'm aiming for. And I want you to glow with so much joy that people literally stop you and be like, girl, what are you? Something's different. What are you wearing? And you're like, this is joy. This is what it looks like. Because for you to bathe, you must tap into your joy. And for you to be your most joyous self, you must be fulfilled. Finding that fulfillment, that feeling of just knowing there's a joy out there. There's a joy in your step and everything you do. So, speaking of joy, do you ever feel like parenthood just sucks the joy out of you? Okay, this is totally normal. Between the endless laundry list, the meal preps, the tantrums, all of it, sometimes we forget to just have fun with our kids and our family because it feels like we're in a freaking rat race. But here's the thing, we can make a few minor changes to our mindset to change this. One of the things that women don't talk about enough is burnout. And I know we hear burnout, that's such a buzzword for entrepreneurship, but it actually happens to mamas. We're always doing so much. We're so desperately trying to keep it all together. Yes, I've been through it myself, so I know what that feels like. The minute I opened up and was authentic about my feelings, I had so many people raise their hands going, yeah, I feel that way too. The heaviness of the emotions piling up, it's something really real. And of course, we start simmering. It goes from emotionally like sadness to resentment to a little disappointment because we're like, what the fuck happened to the Cinderella happily ever after story that we were promised as little girls? Here's to the mamas who are reeling with immense guilt, because with this idea of like questioning comes immense guilt. We are harboring so much guilt because God forbid you don't love your life so much today. God forbid we feel anything but sheer appreciation for the many blessings in our lives. And let's be honest, we have lots of amazing blessings. So of course we feel guilty and guilt takes over, and then we decide, oh my God, I feel too guilty. I'm not allowed to feel this way. So we scrape up all the feelings of unhappiness instead of dealing with them. And we get back to the business of just getting stuff done because, yes, we are fortunate. But you know what? Sometimes life is hard. Listen, this whole time, though, the problem is that while you're stuffing your feelings and stuffing your guilt, and you're supposed to be like so in love with your life, inside, part of you screaming, what the fuck is happening here? I'm just here to tell you that I see you, girl. I hear you. And I feel you. And I see you trying to be everything to everyone, putting everyone else's needs first, checking all the boxes. Check, 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 check. Running around like a headless chicken. And just when you think you have all things worked out, all your I's dotted and T's crossed, universe decides, nope, not today, not so fast, chickadee. Life is going to knock you on your ass. But yet, what do? You keep going because that's what mamas do. You keep going, and you're hanging on by a thread. It's called burnout, ladies. You're always saying yes, which only adds to your very long to-do list. And by the way, did I mention how tired you are? We're so tired. Because after all, if not you, who the heck is going to do it? Think about this scenario. You're tossing and turning and you're worried sick all the time because you're thinking about everything, because that's what you do. You're overthinking. Like I read a sign somewhere once like, hey, How come my kids aren't grateful for all the overthinking I do all night long, right? And as you're overthinking and you're adding to your life and all their things that they have to do, you also question, well, who the heck's looking out for me? And who's taking care of my needs? And then you ask questions like, is this it? Is this my life? Carpools and dances, cooking and cleaning? And your list just grows and grows. Remember, you're supposed to be sleeping and resting, but no, 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 no. Your brain can't stop. It won't stop. It's just going and going and the things and do this and do that and don't forget this, only to finally doze off for a short, tiny break from your freaking head, and then only to be awakened at some ridiculous hour to accommodate your kids' ridiculous early morning schedule. Side note here, whose idea was it to start morning workouts for students? Okay, it's not enough that they have to go to school all day and then go to practice for a few hours and then come home and do crazy hours of homework. Some coaches decided, yeah, let's do morning workouts too. Show up and lift weights at 5 a.m. and then go to school and then it's like, guess who's up in the morning making the lunches? And all the whole time you start getting irritable. And then, you know this, ladies, you become the one word answer gal. I'm fine. I'm okay. Whatever. This passive aggressive is your new language. And as you build this passive aggressiveness, one day you explode and you're like, enough. You slam the dishes, you slam the drawers, and you're like, I'm freaking done. And you want to quit. And you unload on months and years of crap that you've been holding on to, and you hurl it at their face, whoever they are, your people. And they're all looking at you like you've lost your freaking mind. And like, so what do? You get in your car because all you want to have is a good cry because you're so tired, but you can't even do that. You can't even cry. You are so emotionally depleted that not even a sad song does the trick. So you would make your way to Target, a temporary distraction. So you need that toilet bowl cleaner anyway, so you may as well get that. And then it happens. You pass the toy aisle and then it hits you. This terrible feeling of guilt, of shame, of like, I'm such a terrible mom. How am I behaving this way? Get your shit together. You're so blessed. What do you have to cry about? So you go home and you hop back on the hamster wheel. You grab the laundry to carry upstairs. And of course, you step over the shoes on the stairs that have been there for days. And then you decide, okay, I might as well backtrack and grab the damn shoes and throw them in the basket. Gosh, you're thinking to myself, how many times do I have to tell the kiddos, if they're on the steps, they go upstairs? Super simple, but no, there they sit. And just like that, a whole new list of resentment takes root. Who's been there, done that? This, moms, is what burnout feels like. And let me ask you this, the scenario I just painted for you. Have you had enough? Do you see the pattern? Are you catching what I'm throwing down? Are you able to identify how this is not healthy? How this hamster wheel is not working out for you? Yeah. I thought so. Wouldn't it be nice to try a different way? I'm thinking maybe it's time you try a different approach. One that's not passive aggressive. If I may I speak freely to you? It's time to squash the drama. Squash the drama, mama. You complicate your life and underestimate your power. We do this all the time. We underestimate our power and we complicate things. So I want you to consider this message as an eviction notice to stop allowing resentment to living rent-free in your heart. It's destroying your happiness. I need you to stop it. Okay, I need you to call bullshit on yourself. To be fulfilled and joyous, to BADE, you have to first call bullshit on self. And this is what I do. This is the straight talk I have to give you. This is the straight talk I wish I would have known decades ago instead of wasting so many years being really dumb, really, truthfully. You have to own your shit. You are in control. For you, those are like, what are you talking about, Monica? Here are a few big tells that you are playing the resentment game. In case you're denying right now, you're in the denial stage. Bullshit number one, who are you blaming for your demise? Just really think about it. Is it your spouse, your siblings, your parents, your colleagues, your boss, your kids? Hear my word. You can't control them. The only person you can control is yourself. And you alone have fostered the behavior that teaches others how to treat you. That's it. You are getting exactly what you have accepted. You're getting exactly how you have taught people to treat you. Here's the good news. There's always time to adjust. Super easy. Here's the hard part. For women, the challenge becomes this. You're going to have to use your words, ladies. If you want to change the rules of engagement with your people, the expectations, the rules, etc., you must speak up. You're going to have to raise your hand and use your words. Bullshit number 2. I'm the only one mentality. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. You're not. Don't get me wrong. You are magic and fabulous and beautiful and all of it, but you're not the only one that can handle shit. There are others who can put away the dishes. There are other people who can put away the laundry. There are others who can plan the party. There are others who can volunteer. There are others who can plan the vacation. The kids can pack their own lunch, by the way. Get over yourself. Ask for help. It will blow your mind. Bullshit number 3. You're fluent in shoulding. Well, he should know that I need help. She should know better. If you find yourself giving like any sort of backhanded compliments or speaking about what others should be doing, especially those not in the room, that's fighting dirty, ladies. You can do better. Trust me. Use your words. Eliminate should from the vocabulary. No one should be doing anything. You should not be doing anything, right? Pay attention to how often you say the word should. No bueno. Don't you worry about things though. I gotcha. And I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to change all this thing, right? To go from burnout to joy. When you are burnt out, you can't even think straight because you are absolutely behaving and acting on survival mode. But I want you to do this. First and foremost, I'm going to need you to give up the hero role. You have to be the go-to, the savior, the yes person, all that shit. No. It's overrated, okay? And it's exhausting. Heroes they secretly are salivating for validation and are seeking it, but they rarely get it. As you're so busy trying to appease everyone else, I read in a sign somewhere like, it's not your job to make everyone happy. You're not freaking tequila. It's not going to happen. So stop it. You're going to be so disappointed. Hang up the cape, retire the Superwoman badge. It doesn't suit you. You don't need to be all things to everyone. Number 2, little tip. Learn to say no. No is a complete sentence. Say it frequently, say it without explanation. No, I need you to practice that. No. And finally, ladies, the 3rd tip is stop boiling your feelings into one thing here. You can't just boil all your feelings down. You can't put them all in a pot. You can't take this pot, put all your feelings in there, toss all your emotions, and then stick a lid, turn the temperature on high, and be surprised when you burn the shit out of things. This approach of holding it all in, it's just like bubbling over, it serves no one, specifically you. Honestly, it's like the biggest F you to yourself, to your needs and wants. Instead, I want you to really work on spot treating. Yeah, I said it, spot treating your emotions. As they come up, learn to identify them, learn to use the words, and learn to deal with them. So next time, I want you to try this instead. Say things like, I need help. Actually, I don't want to do that. Hey, I completely disagree with your opinion or your decision on this, but I understand that it's none of my business. Please don't put your wants in my want list. I'm not a pawn on your game, all right? I don't know what kind of BS is happening, but I'm out. Or how about you stop recruiting me to say the things that you can't? Or stop telling me what I should do. Oh, here's a good one for my family. I do this all the time. Hey, I'm not your cruise director. I'm not here to keep you entertained all day long. And I'm definitely not your cleaning lady. So you got to just handle that. Finally, you please learn how to say no. No. Remember, it is your actions, or I should say lack of, that cause you to stay in that hamster wheel and for that hamster wheel to stay in motion. You are responsible for that. You're propelling that. Don't let the hamster wheel of mothering burn you out. Learn to jump off the net when necessary, because that's really important. And that's where you do the recovery. That's when you use your words and say, I'm going to need a break. I'm going to need to tap out for a minute. Go away, recover, do what you need to do. Figure that out. We can talk about that later of some ways you can recover. Then that way you can jump back on and like be joyous and be happy and like enjoy the craziness of parenting, because absolutely parenting is the best thing that's ever going to happen in many ways, right? But we can't even enjoy it because we're so busy being crazy over it. So, and I want you to enjoy it, because let me tell you, parenting happens so fast and our kiddos are on borrowed time. So I don't want you to miss out these precious years because you're so burnt out. It's just not worth it. So remember, play fair, communicate, and make adjustments, like set boundaries to protect your beautiful spirit. Allow your people to step up. I promise you, honestly, the people around you, they love you. They want to support you. They want you to be happy and fulfilled. And if they don't, well, gosh, you have bigger problems than this. You will never reach a state of joy, I promise you, if you are burnt out. So own your shit, make the changes necessary, and then it happens. You discover joy. For more on protecting your joy, check out this episode with the beautiful Holly. You're going to love her. Her talk on emotional intelligence. Mwah.